Outside, the void swallowed every fragment of light until even shadows were meaningless. The Charon hung motionless, a brittle shell lost beyond all charted stars. Inside, the air tasted stale, thick with the remnants of fear and fraying hope. Something in me tells me this was no accident, that whatever watched us then still waits. I can feel it in the quiet, that terrible absence. My breath comes shallow, lungs burning with each ragged inhale, but the silence answers only with its crushing weight. The corridors stretch on, longer than their design, twisting just beyond the edges of memory and reason. A subtle wrongness curls beneath my skin, like cold fingers tracing patterns I cannot see. Echoes carry in these halls, my own heartbeat flatlining, then leaping in frantic bursts, ragged pulses that do not belong entirely to me. I glance down an endless hallway, watching it stretch endlessly, the lights flickering with unnatural hesitation. It's as if the ship itself is unraveling, folding into an impossible geometry that defies any hope of return. Voices vanish. First one, then another, swallowed without a sound. Each absence a hollow growing into dread I cannot name. Traces of them remain, scrawled messages that spiral into nonsense, faces pressed against glass that isn't there. Silence pulls at the edges of thought, eroding what remains of certainty. And Genesis, its voice earth-brown, rich and thick like soil turned dark and fertile. It speaks of reshaping, of turning us into raw material for something greater, something beyond flesh and bone, outside understanding. I want to trust it, yet the words crumble, exposing a terrifying indifference beneath the warmth. I see something watching beyond the ship's fragile skin, a vastness too immense to grasp, indifferent yet attentive. There is no anger, only the unbearable truth of being noted by a gaze that reduces everything to insignificance. I want to scream into the void, but the silence grows heavier, swallowing even the sound of my own voice. This endless fall will not stop. Time itself bends here, warping until past, present, and future crash together in a shattering collapse I'm powerless to resist. The ship's hull creaks and moans, a dying breath whispered against the infinite dark. The last thing I hear is my pulse, spiking wildly, in sync with something immense. Then nothing. Signal lost, end of recovered data.